So, I'm going to start this by pointing out my shirt. We're all stories. In the end, just make it a good one. Last night, Doctor Who did it again. It's an adventure story. It's a standalone. Thin Ice was interesting. And yet, in the end, I felt kind of unsatisfied with the finish. I mean, I get it. I get that what they do has ripples through time, but that it doesn't change newspaper articles, and it doesn't... I don't know. I thought that there was kind of a tacked-on happy ending. The villain was iffy. The other problem I have is that last night, watching it on the Space Network here in Canada, commercials. And there's a scene where he has the psychic paper the second time he uses it, and it's completely cut out. He gets to the door of the villain. He's got the psychic paper out. When they came back from commercial, he was inside the house waiting for the villain to come in. And I was really angry. So my viewing experience watching it on Space in Canada is making it worse. BBC shows are meant to be seen without commercials. And they're longer than your 44-minute dramas in North America. So I don't know how much was cut out. And maybe that's part of my problem this year, is that there's a lot of stuff getting cut out. And maybe they're hacking some of the heart out of the episodes. Maybe that happened with last night's episode. I don't know. So Thin Ice features them going back to England, and I thought, okay, so they get deflected back to England, so they're going to be hopping from place to place like they did in Quantum Leap. No, it just happened once. Okay. Again, I feel like there's a slow burn probably going on, but unlike... And it feels like they're trying to do like almost a Series 1 Bad Wolf kind of thing, where maybe there's an echo going on here I don't see. But I'm only mildly interested in where it's going. Mildly interested in where it's going. I don't know. I have a lot of issues with this season. I don't mind Bill. I think she's alright. She might be the least engaging companion for me of all of them. I'm including Martha. She's not offensive. I don't get mad at her like I did at Martha. I don't find her to be over the top aggravating like I did with Donna at times. But I don't have a character in Bill that I say, wow, I really want to know the rest of her story. And there was some of that with any other companion before this one. Again, BBC didn't do them any favors in saying, yeah, this is basically a lame duck series. So maybe at the end of Series 10, maybe I go back, watch it all again from the beginning, and I say this was brilliant. I just haven't seen anything yet that for me qualifies as being brilliant. It's watchable. It's decent. If somebody was coming into the series cold, this is a fine series to come in because the Doctor's introduced through Bill. Bill's a new companion, and she's finding stuff out that we already know. I guess that's the other thing, too, is as a long-time watcher of the show, and having watched every episode of the new Doctor Who, and having watched a lot of the older classic Doctor Who as well, I watch this stuff, and as Bill's going, oh my god, and she's finding stuff out, I'm like, we know this. Yeah, we know this. We know this. It can be hard with Doctor Who to deal with seeing the same thing echoed year after year after year. And I don't feel like they've really broken new ground yet. Like last week, the villains were these little robots that look like the Handbots. This week, the villain was human. The monster was something in the Thames that we never really know exactly what it is. And I'm still not quite sure how some of it works. There's a couple of spots I looked at and I went, wait a minute, but wait, no. And but again, I try to keep my reviews spoiler free, so I'm going to keep that out. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. Sorry about that. But the entire episode, it sort of had this been there, done that kind of feel to it, even though it was a brand new concept in terms of this thing under the Thames and the river's frozen over. I did have a point too where it's like, wait, it's a river, right? So when they're in the water, shouldn't it be moving? It was acting a lot like a lake while they were in it. So it was one of those things I looked at and kind of bothered me. So maybe somebody who's British could say, oh, no, that's the Thames all over. But I just don't see how. So I don't know. I would give this episode like a 7 out of 10. Like, I watched it. It happened. I remember most of it, I think. Again, I know space is cutting stuff out. And it's hard when you know that stuff's being edited out to really get into it, because those commercial breaks are usually in jarring spots. Because whoever edited that said, okay, this is a good spot to have a cliffhanger. Fine, except these episodes are not filmed as cliffhangers, so where you've cut it is probably an important plot point, and now you've cut out potentially a minute of plot point. So there's that. You guys can let me know what you think. It was an episode. I want to have some kind of a clever descriptor for this. I want to be able to say, oh, it was grand, it was wonderful, Peter Capaldi was fantastic. Capaldi was okay. There was a couple of moments with the sonic screwdriver that were alright. We haven't seen a whole lot of the sonic screwdriver this year, and it's too bad, because it's got some cool stuff it does. We actually saw that last night, so that was nice. It was nice to see them use that effect with the Sonic, because when I saw the 4 things it did when I got it, I was like, oh, are they going to do all 4? And they did. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And on this channel, we passed 100 subscribers. My other one's at 4,400, so I will be definitely giving attention to this channel every week as I watch Doctor Who and I try to catch up on iZombie and The Flash and all these other shows that I want to do reviews for, but I'm bound to the hockey world right now and all of the hockey related stuff. So I apologize to fans of this channel that I'm not posting as much as I will be once hockey season's over. But that is where cash flow comes in from YouTube. This channel is producing. The new YouTube regulations state that any channel with less than 10,000 views is not eligible for monetization. So any monetization I had, which was only a couple of bucks from this channel, but it's gone. It's 100% gone, even though when I do the upload it says monetized. Yep, ads, yep, they're gone. So this is strictly a passion project now, which means that I will continue to do this, and you know, probably forever I won't get paid for it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm doing videos talking about my favorite TV show, and soon Orphan Black will be included in that as well when the new season shows up. And this is just a way of me discussing things with other fine people on the internet. So let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.